Many people in the last decade of Call of Duty Zombies have disappeared over time, and today I've helped Derpy actually create this video talking about many of the disappearing COD Zombie members in the community. So let's get into it and let's discover where they are in 2024.
Highs and lows of the 16 total years of Call of Duty Zombies, many different creators have come out of the darkness to make a major impact on the Zombies community for a multitude of years, creating friendships and bonds that are almost unbreakable. Call of Duty Zombies has generated a community that I have genuinely never seen from anywhere else in the gaming scene.
It's the reason I stay, Derpy. It's literally the reason I've been in the Zombies community for so long. Granted, I think the community is so different nowadays comparatively to what it was back in 2015. But even still, the type of community that the Zombies community has been the reason I've stayed here for so long. Like, there is truly no other community like the Zombies community out of any game I've ever played, period.
Scene, almost specifically thriving off of the content made by others rather than the content of the game itself. Unfortunately, this is because of the way that we receive.
I have to say this, and I think many people don't ever realize this, that if the zombie YouTubers were not a thing, I don't think COD Zombies would even be alive today. I genuinely believe it. Like, I got into zombies because of people like Syndicate and OGs like NGT Zombies, you know, and the boys, you know, Yodi Slaya, rest in peace, man.
Receive zombies content. For instance, generally in the games we see nowadays, updates are constantly being rolled out for new innovations and updates for the game, such as Fortnite, Rainbow Six, or even some of the newer Call of Duties. However,
it's crazy that battle passes have kind of like ruined that older style of game.
However, Zombies never got this luxury in its highest of peaks and its lowest of lows, which ultimately created a tightly knit community that was filled with creative minds and unlimited vibes. Unfortunately, you can only rely on a community to create content for so long.
You really can, because like Treyarch has to deliver at some point, and still a lot of people don't think Treyarch has delivered since 2015. So I mean, it's so true why people leave. But I think you'll be shocked because a lot of the zombie YouTubers from days past are still actually working on YouTube.
And there were a multitude of those who left the zombie scene or just completely left YouTube in general because of the negative connotation associated with the words Call of Duty Zombie.
Well, it's not even just the negative connotations. It's just like there's very little content nowadays. And it's like, it's crazy that a lot of these OG zombie YouTubers came back for like Black Ops Cold War for a bit. But then as soon as it died down again, you know, people are just like,
so if you're ready, let's take a look to the past to discover where the Zombies creators went and why they eventually quit the game altogether.
I have a lot of people also that told me explicitly why they quit, so this is going to be great. I'm super excited.
To begin the list of the fallen Zombies YouTubers, I think it's appropriate to start off with the Relaxing End, one of the most popular Zombies YouTubers of all time.
I would say he honestly went off to become one of the most popular YouTubers of all time, like almost as big as someone like Syndicate, you know? Like, Relaxing End now does unboxing videos that do leagues better than anything COD Zombies related.
The Relaxing End began making his content in the summer of 2011 with the release of Call of the Dead. If you are unfamiliar with the Relaxing End, he was considered one of the best zombies players on the face of YouTube.
I still think he is, man. I know there's speedrunners like Freckleston and some god tier players, you know, like Dank Slushy out there, but like, man, Relaxing End was the OG
for a good 6 to 8 years, and was most famous for the fact that he literally never spoke a singular word or even showed his face at all.
Dude, okay, I went to an event for Black Ops 3. It was COD XP in 2016, and people were telling me that the Relaxing End was there, and I was like, dude, how am I supposed to know who he is? I don't know who he is. I've never heard him speak. But apparently he was there, bro. And he took a photo of me as well, which I thought was just so funny.
Any of his videos. He would constantly post about world records or insane clutches he might have had while just simply playing this game casually, which brought massive attention to his channel, hence why this man has 9.37 million subscribers.
Dude, he's literally as big as Syndicate nowadays. Wow, I didn't even realize it. And also, again, it's like the unboxing videos as well. But dude, Relaxing Ed has 100% deserved it. This man has absolutely came in with some of the best videos I've seen.
However, as many will on this list, the Relaxing End began to get tired of posting zombies content on his channel. Around the beginning of 2018, nearing the release of Black Ops 4, Relaxing had discovered a new passion on his channel with a new arising trend in the YouTube scene at the
And it's like, I did the same thing with reactions, and like people all figured out their own niches, I felt like, right during that type of pandemic time. So
unboxing videos. He began seeing crazy amounts of traction on these uploads, which only encouraged him to diverge away from zombies entirely, ultimately leading to his channel simply being about unboxing videos. Unlike the majority of people on this list, however, Relaxing still consistently posts on his
he's still around, and he's still on Twitter as well, and he definitely follows the zombies community still. So like, I would say he's not fully like quit. Like, there's some zombie YouTubers that just disappeared forever, you know, and hey, I might be one of them. I've always thought that I was gonna be one of them, but who knows, man.
Channel, of course not zombies, but he remains relatively consistent with his unboxing videos on the channel. Right. However, the same cannot be
like ASMR, man.
said about the next zombies YouTuber, 2Pro4U Games. Beginning his zombies content in the Black Ops 2 era, 2Pro4U Games, or Adam, began uploading a buttload of content to his channel, whether it be guides, challenges, or trolling videos. Adam eventually began building his fanbase heavily off of his immense uploading, especially during the days of Black Ops 3.
I have to say something before we continue. So back in the day, if you guys were here during BO3's launch, Adam, the Smith Plays, and me were known as like the Canadian trio. And I didn't even realize that Adam literally lived in the same province of Canada that I lived. And so I actually got to see him when we went to Zombies Chronicles together. And then that was the last time I ever saw him. And he lives in the same area that I do. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. So I know that he's uploading different YouTube channels nowadays. I just don't know which ones. I know he was maybe doing like a Fortnite channel. And so I'm pretty sure he's still around on YouTube, just lurking in the shadows. So you're going to see this a lot with a lot of OG zombie YouTubers.
Where content was at its absolute peak, which I will discuss later on. However, opposite to many in the community, the release of Black Ops 4 did not change Adam's opinion on zombies in a major way.
It was just Fortnite was too powerful, man.
In fact, Adam produced an extremely healthy amount of content for Black Ops 4 when everyone else left.
It's so true. Honestly, Adam produced more BO4 content, I would say, than the entirety of the Z House, including me.
Which showed his ultimate commitment to the mode and willingness to push through the tough situations. While he did post some Fortnite content during his time, Adam stayed loyal to zombies until about the end of Black Ops 4.
Little did we know what a big mistake that would be.
Months before the release of the final 2 maps for Black Ops 4, which would have been Alpha Omega and Togder Toten, Adam would suddenly just disappear, only doing a decent amount of live streams here and there, but never really making
well, and that's the thing, like, they might disappear off their main channels, but they're still around doing YouTube. Like, even Pat, for example, like, I know Pat's still uploading on his main channel with some zombies content here and there, but he's got a Pokemon channel, he's got a Minecraft channel. So it's like, to me, like, these are true creators. You know, when they go off and do different niches like that, it just goes to show how much of an amazing creator these guys are.
Any video content for zombies. Seeing no uploads on his channel, many believed he was done with YouTube entirely, but that was not the truth. Adam was actually simply just working behind the scenes on another YouTube channel called Call of Duty Central.
So he found it. Okay, so this was another like Warzone clips channel, and honestly, it looks so professionally well done.
Which posted Warzone and multiplayer clips up until about last year. But besides that, Adam really hasn't been active anywhere since, with his last public post on any social
yeah, I remember he came back for Vanguard, dude. That was the funniest post ever. It was so sad though.
Media being on his YouTube community tab, checking up on his subs. But who knows where he went. My best guess is he's probably working behind the scenes in some other YouTube channel, but
I believe he is. I genuinely believe like he's got enough talent to have worked on a bunch of other channels. So I mean, listen, if any of these OG zombie YouTubers want to comment below and let us know,
we don't really have any distinct proof. The next one hurts me specifically, as he was one of my most loved zombies channels during
I'm wearing the Z House shirt for a reason, y'all. Come
his
on.
prime. Lonely Mailbox, aka Jack, was another YouTuber who started his career in the Black Ops 2 era, working his way up to the top with his pure vibes that he brought with his content, as well as his crazy rapping skill. With the release of Black Ops 3 Zombies, Jack did not let this advantage slide and uploaded numerous amounts of content on his channel, each receiving very respectable views.
I still say this, listen, I genuinely believe Jack's old zombie thumbnails are still some of the best thumbnails in all of COD Zombies, even out of all the YouTubers I've seen. Like, bro has absolutely nailed the thumbnail style, and he's not even a Zombies YouTuber anymore, bro.
However, everything would change when he was invited to be a part of the Z House in the summer of 2016. The content he created with the rest of the Z House was amazing.
Oh, dude. About to make me cry looking at these clips.
Even planning to join back together again in the next summer because of the extreme success.
Dude, Jack and I are chill, man. Listen, I want everybody to know this. Like, me and Jack have been seeing each other. We've been on some cruises together with a bunch of the other Z House guys like Pat, you know, and Matt and Noah and JC. And so it's all just been so good. We still keep in touch. We still got photos. So I just love that. I know Jack and so many of the other Z House guys are on their own journey. Like, you know, Chucky's working with Mr. Beast. Jack is now working with another rap YouTube channel. So it's just completely separated from gaming. But you know, it's funny. We're still all on YouTube, right? We're just not in the same house anymore, you know?
However, although the Z House did reconvene in the summer of 2017, the interests of Jack and his counterparts began to distance themselves. It was very clear that by the time of the second Z House, Jack did not care for Zombies content at all.
And I also think this was just such a big changing point for gaming as a whole. Like, this was right before Fortnite came out. Like, I vividly remember playing Fortnite Save the World at Z House 2 before Battle Royale even came out with a bunch of the other Z House guys. Little did we know that that game would have changed the fabric of society, dude.
Moving more towards a career in music, specifically rap. His last heartbreaking upload to his channel, Jack would discuss where he wanted to go in his life, what he wanted to do, and what made him happy. He began making...
And all for Jack, man. Listen, I love his music. I know he's saying he's dropping music in 2024, man, but we gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see.
His own music under the name Kennedy, and honestly, some of his stuff are absolute bangers, and I would totally recommend listening to it if you have not already. However, Jack has almost been radio silent ever since his last single, Jack and Rose, in 2021, with a recent Instagram post being the only sign of his current existence.
I mean, he's still around. Like I said, we've talked, we're still boys, and I know he's now hanging around with Noah and JC in LA, and they're having a great time there. So all respect and love for my boy Jack and JC and Noah and all the guys. I can literally see a photo of all of us right there.
He can occasionally be spotted in pictures with other members.
The boys, dude. Oh my gosh. This was at the cruise, by the way. So, and then this was Matt's wedding as well. And yeah, so Matt from the Z House also has gotten married. So it's like, dude, it's been some time, man. Like, we're all getting older now. We're pushing into the 30s. And it's like, I feel like you're going to start seeing us have, like, wives and kids and stuff. And it's like, oh, man, we're getting older, you know? It's a good feeling. It's good to age, you know? I don't care if the Zoomers call me old, man. I'm a boomer. I don't care.
Of the Z House, but Jack has not publicly addressed his disappearance for a good amount of time.
I feel like he will. I feel like he'll make an announcement. I don't want to push it.
Another member of the Z House has also completely stopped uploading on his YouTube channel, and that would be a YouTuber named Chucky. Chucky has very little content left on his channel, presumably being deleted for the reasons I am about to share. However, Chucky did upload a decent amount of Zombies content in its prime. Being a part of the Z House, Chucky was famously known for being somewhat of an outcast, almost like he barely didn't fit the
I just love Chucky's role in the Z House. I thought it was so perfect.
Puzzle that was the Z House. However, me personally, I believe he fit very well, and the second Z House further exemplifies his presence and growing experience.
Chucky, I always told people, was going to be the best out of all of us, and I literally proved it right because now he's working with the #1 YouTuber on the platform. So it's like, I've always seen Chucky's work ethic. This dude was such a strong worker. So I'm so glad for him. It just makes me so happy to see these guys still thriving and pushing new heights.
Expertise on how the YouTube systems worked. He began developing a new enjoyment for a more statistical side of YouTube, eventually quitting Zombies content altogether and joining a smaller channel. I mean, I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah, smaller channel. I've definitely never
or anything. I think their name is like Mr. Beast or something. Yes, that's right. Believe it or not, Chucky does actually work at Mr. Beast.
Oh, these are some nice photos too. Let's go, Chucky.
Currently right now, making the majority of his thumbnails as well as being a behind the scenes data analyst.
Yeah, so Chucky was always really good with thumbnails at the house. Like, I remember having multiple nights with him where we would just be like studying like what makes a good YouTube thumbnail, and like Chucky then made like a top 5 channel, and then that did well, and he literally learned so much of the inside of YouTube that bro was talking to me about crazy stuff that people talk about now, like 5 years ago, to our whole friend group. And we were like, bro, what are you talking about? He was just so ahead of the curve. So nothing but love for Chucky. I genuinely think he is the reason why you watch so many good videos today, man.
Ironically, one of the lesser known members of the Z House turned out to be one of the most successful, which is certainly an impressive feat.
No, that is just the way.
However, someone is always there to top you, and that is exactly what Novera did. If you are unaware, Novera is actually Chucky's younger brother, who mainly uploaded tutorials for new maps that were released to the game. However, he eventually was led to create a YouTube channel called Top 5 Central, which originally actually started with Zombies content, making
and honestly the thumbnails were banging.
A multitude of top 5 style content, but eventually switched to more IRL style top 10s. This channel was extremely popular, but he was not done yet. Novera, or Tommy, moved over to Top 5 Gaming, which actually still uploads to this.
And this channel is absolutely huge. And I do believe, now don't get me wrong, I know Tommy runs this channel, I believe, with Fantastical Gamer, which is another OG Zombies YouTuber that we really haven't seen like since the Z House days. And so I know he's removed a lot of his content. I don't know if he even still uploads, but I know in some way he's probably still part of this channel in terms of content creation.
Today, having 6.1 million subscribers, with the majority of its content being about Fortnite. Tommy was also a part of another channel known as T5G, which has about 1.4 million subscribers. It is safe to say that Tommy saw insane success from.
And I just want to get you this idea. Okay, so Tommy is Chucky's brother. So both of them run some of the most incredible YouTube channels on the platform. And then they have another brother who's like one of the biggest Fortnite streamers as well. And he's super young and he's like played with Tfue and stuff. And I'm like, bro, like this whole family was just built for YouTube, and they killed it. Absolutely nothing but love for Tommy, for Chucky, for all y'all.
Leaving the zombie scene, which is insanely respectable, as he probably is the most successful out of any Zombies creator, past or present.
I'd agree. I would 100% agree
at this point. The next creator on this list is a very interesting one, and someone that I have completely forgotten about until just recently. Wilbo was a creator that began uploading back in the Black Ops 2 era, but never really found any popularity until the release of Black Ops 3, specifically around the time of Gorod Krovi. Wilbo's channel is very interesting, with his videos seeing very.
I loved his thumbnails. I really thought like he did a really good job with like font and stuff. Like he
little traction before Zetsubo no Shima, which is very odd considering he has about 46,000 subscribers. There would be consistent uploads that would only get around 200 to 400 views, which I am by no means saying is bad. It is just odd to see a channel with this many subscribers have so little traction. However, Gorod Krovi's.
It was a different time as well. Like I feel like so many zombie YouTubers came like into the scene around the end of Black Ops 3. And then we were all super anticipated for BO4. And then because of it, it was such a letdown. So many people just faded away. Like they just, not even like they fell off. It was just that they just didn't care to post, you know.
Release sent a absolute bombshell throughout his channel with revelations and surprisingly his Infinite Warfare.
These thumbnails are god tier. Great job, Wilbo.
Content being among the best content in terms of views on his channel of all time. This is where his growth would occur, and after the release of Zombies in Spaceland on Infinite Warfare, he pretty much was done with zombies. And
which is so sad, because Spaceland is such a good map, and then yeah, the rest of the DLC is, it did not.
Began showing his interest in making a more commentary style of channel. He then released a video on March 14th, 2017.
And it's crazy because commentary YouTube is like practically what 2024 YouTube is now. I feel like it's just all drama and all allegations, and it's just so boring. I genuinely cannot stand what YouTube content is in 2024. So I had a commentary channel too that I deleted because I was just like, man, I just don't want to be a part of it. You know?
Quitting his YouTube then and there, and pretty much completely going radio silent for a couple of months. However, I discovered an interview that was done by a YouTuber named MitchGames247, in which he talked with Wilbo and his interests for the future. It is actually pretty sad stuff. I will link it in the description if you want to listen to the full thing, but essentially he said that there were more important things in his life than YouTube, and that he sold all of his YouTube recording equipment, so it wouldn't really even be possible anyways.
Wow, dude, and this is the thing, like some people, we just literally have no clue what they've done. And I mean, bro, Wilbo, all the best to you, man. I think there's been so many other zombie YouTubers that have like come and gone. Like I think we're gonna talk about Azura Phil here, and like, yeah, he's definitely like sore subject for the boys for sure, man.
I can totally understand being burnt out on YouTube, and that is all he really was, with a mixture of family drama described by him in the video. It is sad seeing him go, as his editing style was at unprecedented quality for the time.
No, he was really, really shaping up to be an incredible zombies YouTuber. It's just, again, it's so sad because not only were these people shafted by YouTube, but also just shafted by the game itself, right? Like a lot of people always say, like, if zombies did this and that, it would be better. But it's like, dude, it's all speculation. We could talk about this for hours, you know?
And it was truly entertaining seeing some of his content. Another example of a YouTuber with immense amounts of entertainment was a YouTuber named Azura. Azura began growing his channel in the year of 2016, seeing insane amounts of growth and popularity because of his enthusiastic nature and energetic personality that really had not been seen in the zombie scene for a long time.
Miss my boy Phil. Listen, like him, Milo, me, JC, and Liam did a house in 2017 LA. We did a Boogie Boys house, and it was phenomenal. And I absolutely loved every second of it. And it was just crazy because Phil just kind of fizzled out with BO4, then came back with Cold War, and then now he's just kind of gone. You know, I don't think he'll ever come back to YouTube.
Azura would dominate the zombies content on YouTube for a good year or so, but eventually had all of his videos privated and Twitter deleted in the years to come. However, he came back with a new Twitter account and Twitch channel sometime in 2020, going relatively steady for about 6 months, even up to the release of Cold War Zombies.
And honestly, that goes to show how good of a launch Cold War was, that it brought my boy Phil back, bro. Not even BO4 could do that, man. And that's crazy. And then also he retweeted this Boogie Boys post. Oh man, that is so sad. It's so sad, man.
Last post on any of his social media would be in 2021, and that is literally the last time we ever heard of anything associated with Azura's name. I genuinely have no clue as to where he is or what he is doing at the time.
So this is where I can come in. I know that Phil is not doing anything related with YouTube. I know that Phil apparently is a police officer, but that's really all the extent of what I know. I'm pretty sure he's just living his own life, having a great time. I know he was dating someone last I checked, but I mean, that's it. That's all I know. Listen, hey, I'm not about to dox him, man, but I'm giving you as much information that I think is like publicly available, you know?
As there has been literally no mention of him or his channel for a couple years now. The only archive footage from his channel I could find was from a YouTube channel called Azura Topic, which is not him, but someone uploading in his name.
Well, and this is the hardest part with zombies content, is that it's so long and it takes up so much data to store that, like, I've had this big problem with my own streams, right? Like, I've streamed for years and years and years, and all of that data is just gone because Twitch doesn't decide to save it for some reason. So, like, it just sucks because it's like, a lot of what we remember is all that's there. You know, there is really no actual content left, which I'm gonna be honest, it just sucks. And it's like, man, if I delete my channel one day, I feel like it'll just be like this, you know?
A mysterious disappearance with almost no trace. If anyone has any leads in the comments, let me know, because I searched for a good 30 minutes and could not find anything on.
Yeah, and you won't find anything. The reason that we know is because Phil literally just told us exactly what he's doing, and like I said, I doubt he'll ever come back to zombies.
On him. The final YouTuber on this disappearance list is a very original member of the community.
Now this one I actually don't know. This is probably the only zombies YouTuber that I like never really got close with. And so I genuinely have no clue what
NGT Zombies. NGT Zombies was not just one person. In fact, it was a group of people who all took part in making videos, with a total of about 1.1 million subs on the channel. Among the most popular of these members were Spiderbite and Guns for Hire, and they began uploading content way back in the Black Ops 1 era.
Well, and if you guys remember, they didn't just have Next Gen Zombies, it was Next Gen Tactics also for COD. And it's like, I have no clue how many people were behind those channels. I have no clue.
I cannot put into words how much content was made on this channel, but every single member of the channel collaborated.
Oh, and then then these guys made You Always Win, right? And then You Always Win is like a huge deal now. I don't, maybe I have that wrong, but I don't know.
Together to make a grand total of 6.2 thousand videos, which is insane. It's very interesting to look back at some of their content, as honestly the majority of their videos and thumbnails would only be something that would pass in the era they were uploaded.
Unfortunately, this is so true. I find that like specifically anything pre-2015 YouTube just doesn't even get recommended in the algorithm anymore, just because like it's like competing in a whole other ball league, you know? Like it doesn't even, it's not supposed to work like
making
that.
It a very unique piece of YouTube history. However, over time, the group members began to split up, with two of the members, Guns for Hire and Meatwagon22, beginning their own channel, You Always Win.
Okay, so I did get that right, yeah, because I was like, bro, this just looks exactly like their logo, and I think You Always Win is still one of the biggest zombie YouTube channels, like, today,
which gained even more popularity than their past companions, with close to 3 million subscribers. You Always Win continues to upload to this day, surprisingly.
And they are still huge in the customs community. Like, I know they have a bunch of people who have made a ton of BO3 customs, and so honestly, like, absolutely respect. I still think the future of zombies will probably be on BO3 customs for the foreseeable future. But, I mean, let's go.
And it's honestly so interesting to see their commitment to the mode. With the release of Ancient Evil and Black Ops 4, NGT was eventually done making content, essentially disappearing off of the face of YouTube for a couple years. Then, on April 7th, 2022, NGT would announce their return to zombies. However, while the channel did return for a decent amount of time, doing a pretty good amount of streams for a couple months, the channel ultimately lays dormant now, with the most recent piece of media information being a live stream from a year ago playing Fall Guys. Spiderbite was honestly the only remaining.
It's crazy how many zombie YouTubers got into Fall Guys. I mean, hey, I'm one of them. I freaking love Fall Guys.
Member attempting to keep the channel alive, and with this channel receiving no new content, I would honestly assume that all content for the channel will never be revived again. With that, those were 8 of the most forgotten channels in the Call of Duty Zombies scene. It pained me to make this video, mainly.
Yeah, it definitely does suck, but it is important to know like how a lot of YouTubers or a lot of viewers just think like YouTubers are just machines to put out videos. Like I remember when I was really doing, I guess, well with BO3 and people were like, bro, pump out videos. And it's like, I remember those videos would take like days and days and days to craft, right? And it's like, it's just so sad because I feel like YouTube's just in such a different state nowadays. Like, it's so difficult to even like create those type of videos without it being like, I feel like most videos on YouTube that do well now are just essays, you know, like video essays. And I don't know. I miss my old style of YouTube with like copyrighted music and stuff, but it just doesn't work nowadays.
Because of my experiences with all of these people and the way they changed lives
For
through
sure. Me
content.
too.
But ultimately,
Me too,
I am
100%.
very happy that each and every one of these people decided to pursue what they truly
Well, and that's the thing. The majority are still just on YouTube in different mediums. And honestly, even some of them, like Tommy, for example, are doing gaming.
believed was the right choice in life. And if the off chance any of them are watching right now, I am wishing you the absolute best.
Me too,
in
man.
life. With that, it's been a pleasure.
And yeah, like I think the ones I still talk to the most are the Z House boys, like Chucky and Jack. But ladies and gentlemen, Derpy, an absolutely amazing video. Definitely check this out, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see y'all in that next one, baby.